One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Hello, everyone. It's Nikisha Bond. Welcome back to the weekly Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce podcast. I am your host, as I said, Nikisha Bond, the VP of Corporate Affairs over here at the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. And I am so excited. As you guys can tell, I am buzzing for this particular show because we have so many special guests in our back office. As you guys know, we've been talking nonstop about the business summit that's coming up, the awards dinner, the casino night that's happening Saturday, August 22nd. If you have not gotten your tickets, I want you to go to the website right now. Hold on, let me put that on the screen so you guys can see that. I want you to go to the website right now and get your tickets. We had to move from the Queen Mary over to the Marriott, but listen, no matter what we do, we always do it with a lot of flair. So you guys, I want you to go ahead and make sure that you meet us at the Marriott. It's going to be on the 22nd. And listen, it's not just the awards dinner and the casino night. No. We have such an educational experience that's happening for you from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. called The Industry. I've got some power players on the call right now. They're going to be telling you all about their background. Listen, one of the things is, if you guys watched the show last week, we had Abdi on. He's a Harvard MBA. He was telling us about his love for the community and how he got involved in this and how he was doing the pitch contest. And he's going to have all of these great people. And what did I tell you? You need to be in the room. So I'm really excited about this particular one because, you guys, when you get these types of players in the room, even if you don't go to one workshop, just being there is going to add so much value for you. So what I want to do is first, I want to play my little, what do we call this? Hold on, let me do this. Where is it? Breaking news. Yes, breaking news. I want to go ahead and bring up Miss Jadison. She is spearheading this event. I love her. Jadis and I have been working together for about a year now, and I can tell you, this woman, when she knows somebody, like when she says, oh, I know somebody, I'm like, that's not just somebody, that's like the person. So I am so pleased to introduce Miss Jadison. She's also our president of Riverside chapter. She meets the last Thursday of every single month. So she has they were doing headshots last month. So who knows what she's going to have for next month. But I want you to make sure that you sign up for the Riverside chapter if you haven't already. But Miss Jadison, welcome to the show. Hold on. Let me give you a round of applause. My little thing's not working. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Welcome to the show. Hey.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm excited for Saturday too. And thank you for that introduction. It's been lovely working with you. I love your passion and excitement and dedication to supporting the community. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Yes. And we're excited that you joined us too, because I know you've been a good friend of the chamber for a long time. So the fact that you're putting your face in with us and your name with us just speaks such high volume. So tell us a little bit about the event that you've got organized this weekend. I want everybody to know.
Okay, yeah. So earlier this year, I don't know if everyone knows, but Pampered Social, I'm the CEO and founder. We became the official wellness concierge of the chamber. So we started doing their pop-up events. But one thing that we wanted to bring to it is some of our corporate workshops. We like to do things that are a little more immersive. And uh, so we've got some goodies lined up. I just finished out a cohort in Moreno Valley with the city of Moreno Valley and the G Beta. So we do have one. His name is Fred. Uh, for the pitch competition. So, but he also did the G Beta program. He did it before I did. I didn't quite make it into his. I've seen the caliber of businesses that did make it in. I was not offended at all. I did get in the second round, and Fred came in as a mentor, and all of the information, insight, sharing his experience was invaluable. And he continues to support. He was at our showcase just last week. I had to get up on stage. You guys know I am behind the scenes, but what we have for the industry coming up is something very exciting. We have 4 different immersive workshops. We've got the Confidence Lab, where we teach you how to control and own the rooms that you walk in. But this particular series is about, we're titling it "The Price is Right." I'm an '80s baby, so don't judge me for that. To founders about the cost and wellness workshop with Tamara Johnson. And we have a workshop for content from both sides, from the business side and the creator side. But my crown jewel is the Pitch Well competition that Abdi is going to be hosting. This is going to give the opportunity to the founders, for the founders to interact with VCs, angel investors. Different people are coming down to look at their businesses and probably recruit them into their own accelerators or cohorts. So I'm very excited. I think I would like to give it over to Fred to give a little more insight on his experience with G Beta and what we're doing on Saturday.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Yeah. So, first of all, thank you for having me on the podcast. I think I've only done maybe like 3 or 4 of these. But I think these are wonderful, and I really want to support the Black Chamber of Commerce as well as the event. I did have an opportunity to be in the inaugural cohort of the G Beta back in the spring, and I thought it was a wonderful program. My organization, we were born out of the UC Berkeley ecosystem, which is probably one of the most competitive out there, if not the competitive. We did really well. My organization, what we do, digital therapeutics, we take and find very small viruses that pinpoint and target it and kill bacteria infections that are antibiotic resistant. And we use that as the next level of therapy when there's no options for antibiotics. And so being a part of that cohort was great. And then also coming back and working with the other cohort or the other cohorts of the other businesses or startups that got in was invaluable. Every single one of them were outstanding. I was at the showcase, and let me tell you, their pitch decks were phenomenal. Pitch decks were phenomenal. I mean, don't get me wrong, our cohort had some pretty good pitch decks, but they were still kind of kludgy. You know what I mean? They were just. But their pitch decks were impeccable. Everything was smooth. They were answering all the questions. I just said to myself, oh my goodness. I'm like, I probably wouldn't have got in if I had to compete with some of these people. They were that good. And the great thing that I really enjoyed about the G Beta is that G Beta, and I've said this when I was on stage, that it was a culmination of a diversity of people, culture, and ideas. And in the Inland Empire, where I live right now, I live in the city of Marietta, which is, right down the street from Moreno Valley. We're hugely diverse. And, like in other ecosystems, you don't see that. You don't necessarily see too many founders of colors. And you don't necessarily see 10 or 9 or 11 doing some phenomenal things. And so to be able to see that, and not only that, but be able to participate with that, and connect and work with some of the cohort, even as a mentor, it just made me feel, I didn't know that there were that many African-American or people of color doing what I was doing, and it really helped out. And I think at the end of the day, what I tell a lot of people is this. I've been in, like we said, we came out at Berkeley, uber competitive. Uber. I mean, unbelievably competitive. And we won money. We done a lot of different things. But when we got to a point where we said we think we need to step out the ecosystem and do something else because I think we ran our course, what I tell everybody is that one of the biggest things that I learned is that no matter what you do in the messy middle, here's what I'm calling the messy middle, when you begin to start your startup to the point where you get that first big funding, you start making that money, everything in the middle is what we call the messy middle. And in the messy middle, you're pivoting, you're doing all these different things. And a lot of times you don't think you're doing the right thing. And I tell people, don't worry about it because it's all subjective. Why is it all subjective? Because everybody's after their own interests. You might run into someone that says you got the best idea. 2 steps later, the second handshake, somebody might say it's the worst idea. And in that area, maybe 8 or 9 hops might be one of your customers. So the idea is that don't worry about what people are saying. If they're not your customer, they're not consuming your product. I mean, okay, but at the end of the day, it's all subjective. And since it's subjective, the number one thing that we had to do was we had to go looking for people that were looking for us. And I tell a lot of people, look, don't be afraid to type in ChatGPT or Google, African American this or women led this or founders of colors. Don't be afraid because there are resources out there. And so a lot of times we think that we have to go to the mainstream investors. But when you find out that 97.5% of the money to go to founders that don't look like us, what do? Right? And you can't get upset about it. What you do is you find organizations that are looking for you and you continue to work those relationships. And at some point in time, you're going to get where you want to get. And I'm not necessarily telling people to forget about these other ecosystems. Do that, but you also have to do this. And don't worry about people saying you're never going to make it. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So I was really happy about that. You got any questions for me? Anything you wanted to kind of?
Yeah, I did. You're going to be a judge, right?
Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Yeah.
So what are you looking like as a judge? What are you going to be looking for this weekend? Like, what's going to stand out to you?
Really easy. It was really easy. I don't want it to even be a pitch. I don't want it to be a pitch. I mean, I tell you, the people who I think win the most, don't get me wrong, you got categories and everything and they're checking boxes. But the people that really win are the folks that make a connection with the crowd about what you're doing. That is it. When you look up and you get done, you're like, wait a minute, it's been 5.5 minutes and they're done. They got your attention. They told you what they were doing. They went through all the actual steps. They talked about the traction. They talked about these other things. And they did it in a way that you didn't even think it was a pitch. And before you know it, you're thinking to yourself, how do I get my hand on their product? Right? But at the end of the day, there's still some mechanics about it. There's still some categorical checkbox and things like that you have to look at. But for me, it's like, can you connect with me? And then can you pull me out of my seat to say, hey, this isn't even a pitch? And if you can do that, I'll tell you the other people don't have a chance because most people want to robotically get up there. Hello, my name is Fred. This is my no. If you can get in there and capture that people and you can connect with me and how I need your product and before you know it's over and I'm asking you, where can I get one of your sodas or where can I make some kind of appointment to get your service or whatever? Those are the people I think win when they make that kind of connection with the judges, but really with the audience.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Fred. I appreciate that. I mean, you're giving everyone such valuable insight on your background and kind of what you're looking for the pitch contest. So I hope everybody is taking good notes and they have all of they're ready for seeing you on Saturday at August 22nd at the Marriott. So make sure that you guys get your tickets. Fred, is there anything you want to say before we go ahead and move on to the next guest?
Only thing I want to say is I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing. Also the event. We need more of this. And if there's anything that I can do to help share or spread the word or get people connected, let me know.
Absolutely, we will. And I appreciate you, Fred. All right. So we are going to go ahead and we've got, you guys, we got a lot of people on the line. So I want to make sure we can get everybody in here. But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we get back, we are going to talk to John, and he is going to tell us. I did not, when you meet people and you're kind of like, I don't know what to expect when they're telling you about their product. And when he told me about his product, I was like, that's amazing. So I'm excited to hear from you. And thank you so much, Fred, for your time and what you got going on. I know that is phenomenal. So good luck to you too. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we will be right back.
Good news for the Southern California business community. Now you can add your business to the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce Business Directory complimentary. We have been working tirelessly to build a list of Black-owned enterprises in Southern California. This is an excellent way for you to be a part of an expansive network and find your ideal customers, business partners, and vendors. So don't waste time. Visit blackchamberofcommerce.org today and add your business today.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we have a new guest of honor in the house. So excited to introduce John Dankworth. I hope I said that right. Did I say that right?
Dankworth. Close.
Dankworth. Okay. I was getting close, but did not have that cigar. So, John, I want to go ahead and turn it over to you because I don't want to spoil the surprise about what you got working on and what you're doing for the conference on the 22nd. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm John Dankworth. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Fighter Foundry. So I really appreciate you guys having us on the show, and it's such an honor to be able to work with the chamber and with Jaden and the crew. So our startup, we've been around since 2022, and we are actually building a boxing trainer for boxing, MMA, pretty much any kind of fitness sport. We like to say combat sports, but basically it's a new take on a heavy bag. And so I ran into Jaden when I was in Las Vegas doing some work. I was there actually working with the Mike Tyson Invitational. Mike asked us to bring our bags to his Invitational, where he brings in kids from all over the country and really gives them an opportunity to experience what he got to experience when he was a kid. So we got to go there to Vegas, basically show off the bag with Mike, with all the kids. And we're really excited about doing work like that with other companies in the area, in Southern California, Nevada, Arizona is where we are now. But basically it's a 3D printed lattice structure on a spring system with an accelerometer in it. Basically brings data into combat sports, into boxing. But we're not just for like the hardcore MMA fighters or the boxers. We're also working with fitness professionals, health and wellness studios, and everything else like that, because boxing is such a good full body workout. So we designed this pad. I've been in manufacturing for over 30 years. I started out building satellites, launching them into space. I then went to Apple. I built the first iPad Mini, Air Pro, and the first watch. Then I went on to startups, and I worked with Adidas over in Germany to build the factory for their 3D printed shoes over there, and worked on multiple different startups. And that's when I met my co-founder, Ray Rita, in Arizona, who's been a boxer all his life. And he's very passionate about just improving the sport, improving people's lives. And we just clicked. And between my manufacturing background and his passion for boxing, we built a product. We have it in 9 different gyms now across Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona. And we're just excited to be taking off. We started selling it about 3 months ago, and we just launched our app on the App Store. So you can actually go to the App Store and download the Fighter Foundry app, and you can find out on our website where we actually have the pads.
Ooh, wow, that's amazing. That is really, really fascinating. I love what AI is able to do, and especially for companies like yours. I think sometimes people think of AI as this really big thing, but I think where AI is really going to have the power is in these niche type of applications where you can really dig in, get a lot of really good data. So I'd love to hear that. So what are you going to be working on the 22nd when people come out there? What can they expect to see with you?
So this is very exciting. I'm super excited to work with Fernando. He's actually basically just a hometown hero. And we're basically going to be setting up a competition. We're going to have him hit the strike pad, give it his best, and we're going to see how everybody else basically levels up to his game. So he's going to hit the strike pad where we can tell how hard you're hitting, how many hits you've done, what your average power is. We can even see how many calories you're burning while you're doing it. And we'll see who actually comes out on top. And I think the winner is going to get a really cool vacation prize. So we're really excited to see that.
That's going to be a lot of fun. You know, when you guys were saying that, I didn't quite understand it, but that makes a lot of sense. Okay, do we want to bring Fernando on? Do you, since he's already here, we can bring him on. You guys maybe want to talk about it together.
Yeah, that would be
great.
great.
We're changing up the schedule, but like I said, I don't be paying attention to no rules. Hey, Fernando, how are you? Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear us, Fernando? I know we see him. Can he hear us? Can you hear us okay? No, you can't hear us? Okay, we'll bring him back in a little bit. Okay, I think he's having some audio issues. So that's going to be fun. So I think you said there is a prize, right? If you are able to beat, which I'm not sure if they're going to be able to beat the champ, but
I think the person that comes closest. I mean, I've done this a few times now, and yeah, I mean, when you really know what you're doing and you know how to hit, you really know how to get the power into the strike pad. And that's the exciting thing about the strike pad. It tells you how much energy you're actually putting into that pad. So it'll be cool to see how close people get. We'll give other prizes out. We have some really cool swag from Fighter Foundry that people will be excited to get as well. So, but no, we're just really excited to work with the whole community here in Southern California. And I know we've been very active in everything we've doing around. We've actually got 3 different events we're doing in and around Southern California, over in Anaheim at the Fit Expo, and a couple other items this week. So we're excited to be here.
Awesome. And then Fernando, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. Yes. How you doing, guys?
All right, welcome in, champ. We're excited.
I'm so sorry. I'm over. I heard some stuff or whatever. And I'm here in the gym and girl boxing gym and everything. So I love what you were talking about.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're excited to get one in your gym down there too.
Oh, that'd be great. As you can see, it's needed. Yeah.
Get some technology in there. I love that for you guys. All right. So, Fernando, did you have anything that you wanted to chat with us about and talk to us about the event, or what are you excited about for a Saturday?
Well, the thing is like I'm growing right now, and I'm just a pioneer in a way of like whatever I'm wherever I'm needed, I'm there. You know. So then now I know that a lot of guys, they got a lot of stories. A lot of triumph and tribulations and everything, and so did I. So then now, if I could share my story and I could share anything, any little thing of my energy, then yeah, I will.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. So we're excited to see you guys, and we're glad you guys are sharing your story with us and sharing your technology with us. And so we are excited to see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to be there. Yes.
Awesome.
That'd be great.
All right. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you, John. Thank you, Fernando. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go to a commercial break, and I'm going to bring everybody up, and we'll have a good conversation before we close it out. All right. I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Thank you again.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business, with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explained. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at edgetvnetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
All right. Welcome back. I got everybody back on stage. And if everybody looks surprised, it's because I don't be following the instructions that I told everybody I was going to follow. I'm just doing whatever I want to do. So I want to apologize in advance, but welcome back, everybody. The 22nd is going to be such a phenomenal event, but I want to make sure that you guys got everything out. Is there anything that we need to know? Are there any secrets that you're going to tell us that maybe, if you weren't listening to the show, you wouldn't know about?
Am I on mute? Or can you hear me?
Nope, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay, because it's not showing on my end. I wanted to give you your flowers. I really appreciate the support you've been putting in over the last few weeks. And today you did a great job making us feel like really cool. So your energy and your excitement about the event is helping me push a little bit more. And I'm wearing thin. I promise you guys, don't call me next week. I will be in Mexico. But after that, I want to get right back on the ball because I have some things that I wanted to introduce to the chamber. But this weekend, I think it's going to be more of an introduction of where we're headed as a chamber and the goals, the quality of productions and events that we want to put on. We really want to start supporting the founders on their mental health, their wellness, on that side of not just connecting them in a room, but now helping them navigate it. Our community, the conversation predates a lot of the conversations in other rooms, and culturally, we need a different message. So I put together the industry because I wanted to be at these kind of events. After being at the cohort, I realized that had it not been for Abdi being selective and being diverse in his choices or his submissions, I wouldn't have been in that room. I don't even think I would have been approached. I was sitting in LinkedIn and he approached me and said, "Hey, it looks like a good idea." But I'm lucky for that. I wouldn't have known where to start if I wanted to be in that room. So I just feel like if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So after seeing that room, how the effect that it had on me, instant changes. I didn't even make it in the first cohort, but I was invited to sit on the free Zoom calls. And that's when I knew that I wasn't ready. I was so far off, but just sitting in those Zoom calls because I wanted it enough, I made the adjustments and then I kept going for it. So I want to just start that conversation. We don't have a huge prize money, but practicum is something that we need to learn. The formula, how you need to conduct yourself at these type of events. There's a lot of people who are trying to connect with Black vendors, and the chamber is infamous for that. They come to the Black chamber for that. So if we're going to open the conversation of getting contracts and scaling your business, I think this is where it starts. So I'm excited to be working with all of you. I have been flexing every one of your guys' resumes as my own, just so you know. So whatever you do, I do. But it goes in reverse. Whatever I have, whatever my resources are, they're now yours. So, but John knows. John, I told him the first day, like, founder to founder, I like what you're building. I was looking for him for 2 days. I was at a CCon conference, and I said, "Whose is this, though?" He wasn't.
And I'm glad you found us.
Yeah, I kept saying, "So where's the guys for this?" Like, "Oh, I think they're in a break. I think he's got a bald head." And as soon as I saw that's got to be him. And he was on stage, but their mission inspired me. Fred's mission inspired me. I didn't get in that cohort, but I was like, if this was my competition, I also want to step my game up. And not even comparing myself, but like thinking about what problem I'm genuinely solving. And then I started thinking about quality of life for leaders and founders, and started trying to fill that gap in the conversation. So with Fernando, we met last year at his Mayor's Cup. We have another Mayor's Cup coming up. So, I'm on the team. He's on my team. We'll be introducing some trips to Africa. We're looking for athletes to take over there, streamers, content. We've got a lot coming up. John, we are inviting you to be a part of that. We've got a Strike King competition coming up. We'll introduce some of this at the event, but we really want to focus on supporting founders this Saturday. I built it for us. So it's FUBU, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there. I've been in probably over a dozen different startups, raising hundreds of millions of dollars. and building products from 3D printed bike helmets to 3D printers themselves to flying cars. Pretty much everything out there you can imagine, I've pretty much gone and tried to build with a startup. Some of the startups have been successful. Some of them have not been so successful. So I would love to share my experience with anyone that's out there. If you have any questions, feel free to come up to me. I mean, that's why I'm doing this. I want to give back as much as I've received over the years from all the founders that helped me get started, all the great investors and everything who've really helped me out over the years. I really want to give back. And so I'm more than happy to talk to anybody out there who just has any question. There's no silly questions when it comes to startups. Startup life is hard. You work hard, you fail sometimes, then you get back up and you keep going at it. And so I'm here to help. And I'd love to talk to everybody out there, all the founders, all the investors, and give them whatever insight I can help with. But
I'm going to be there with pen and paper. So yes, absolutely. Frederick, Fernando, do you guys have anything?
For me, I have to echo what John said, because the life of a founder, man, is like, it's not for everybody. You got to have a look. Yeah, it really is one of those things, and it also depends on the industry you're in. I'm in, in biotech. And so there's a whole bunch of regulatory stuff that goes along with that. But what I would just tell people is, if you got the passion, you got pretty good ideas, you have to get connected to certain people. You have to get those, you have to understand what it takes to make a startup, right? And then go through that. So to get involved with an incubator, get involved with some kind of ecosystem that can run you through these things, that can pressure test your ideas, that can help you pitch. And then the idea is maybe have somebody keep these pitch competitions and these other things in your pipeline so that you can grow and grow and grow. But the main thing though is, looking at what your customers want and being able to pivot, because what you have in your mind and what people are willing to part their $5 with might be two different things. Yeah. And the more you talk with your customers, the more and more you'll see either you're on or you're off, and you do the pivoting just like everybody says, right? And you do that work and you keep going. Eventually, I think you'll either say, I've run the course, I've done as much as I can do, and it may not be it, or like, yes, I've hit pay dirt, and you continue. And just like John said, and some of the other people say, there's some that fail and some that's not. So I also would tell you though that don't be, how should I say this? Don't believe the hype when people say you're non-traditional founder or something like that. None of the stuff we're doing is traditional, right? Yeah. Nothing here we're doing traditional. Yeah. So when somebody says, "Oh, you're not traditional," I'm like, "What do you mean, like non-traditional? Like, what are you talking about?"
When you look at the blueprint, it's going to be literally like a little kindergartner drew it, because it's wherever you thought you started and we're going, it's going to take you all over the place.
Right. So sometimes you got to be able to cut through all of that. Any of this startup stuff, any of it is not traditional. It's, and I just say, believe in yourself, connect with the right people, go looking for people that are looking for you. Make sure that you have an open mind to your customers and you can pivot. And don't think that you know everything. You'll be surprised how when you really find that customer base or those people, you'll be like, wait a minute, I was over here 6 weeks ago, and those people were just right over that fence. I was in the right proximity. I wasn't asking the right question, and I wasn't connected to the right people. But once I got there, boom. And then, there's other things I want to talk about too. But that's what I would tell people. And Jadison, here's another term: the messy middle. Okay.
Messy middle, yeah.
The messy middle. So John knows about that. I'm sure Fernando knows about the messy middle.
That's where I live. I live in that messy middle.
I'm on the White House on the left. We all right there.
Oh man!
I feel like I live here now. This is just my life. This is just what it is.
I'm the one whose grass is overgrown. That's in real life too. It's literally happening right now.
Yeah,
I love that. And I want to give Fernando
1 minute.
Oh, sorry,
I was just going to say one minute you're trying to do the books, the next minute you're out there with a wrench fixing something, and in the next minute you're out begging people for money. So yeah, you can be everything and everyone all at once. So yeah, it's messy.
It's a crazy life, but we love it. That's why we do it. We love it. And Fernando, do you want to go ahead and close us out with your wise wisdom, sir?
It's a fight. Everything that we do is a fight.
That's
You
right.
know, and you get out of one, and then you get yourself back in the other one. So you're more than what you do is your who. So then at the end of the day, like I always got to reinvent myself, because at the end of the day, you have to be an intelligent person. A lot of people go and they just push you in a box. You got to
Yep.
punch yourself out of there or whatever. And then now the thing is like when you are able to reinvent yourself and recreate yourself to another form and all that. That's how butterflies are. That's how different animals they are. Like, like you even got creatures right now that they're metamorphosing into another animal, because at the end of the day, it's let's say like let's say right now, like even a dog, you give the dogs and nobody wants a mutt, because I don't want a pure breed or whatever. And the mutt, some of the mutts are the smartest dogs or whatever. They'll get that bone, So it's about like I said, it's about reinventing yourself, always thinking outside of the box, and you're more than what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with
I
that.
love that. That is a great
Yeah.
sentiment to leave us on. Thank you so much for
I knew
that,
he was
Fernando.
gonna
And I want to
be
say,
the perfect person to end on because he be hitting them with that.
right?
It's like
He was just like, bam, take that.
it's like an old man sometimes. He just say it.
I love that.
He
You
gives
need
no
that
whole
old
room
school.
silent. Yeah, he does that. He does.
It's like a man of little words, but when he says it, it's impactful. So we always appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to all of you guys for coming on here. I didn't get a chance to read everyone's bio, but I can tell you that I was absolutely blown away. When I meet people who are doing what you guys do, going to these cohorts, trying to improve ourselves, iron sharpens iron. And so I know that I can see you guys getting better and better just by connecting with each other, working with each other, bringing each other together, collaborating, cross channel. So I love this. And this is really the future. I think Frederick said it right. We're unconventional entrepreneurs now. There are no rules anymore. So it's time for everybody to go out there and make it. Whatever vision, whatever dream you have, just go for it, because what's the worst they can say is no, but you go over to the next person and they might say yes because they see that it's brilliant. And so we have so many opportunities. So I think you guys are just a great reminder of what can happen when you never know. Everybody here had a story of I started over here and I got over there and I tried this and I met this person and we did this. I couldn't get in here. And that's life. We think it's going to be like linear all the way up, but it's like, and everything that you do always makes you who you are and makes you perfectly positioned for what you're doing right now. So shout out to all you guys. I appreciate all of you for coming on here. I'm going to go ahead and we got probably like 15 minutes. I'm going to close out the show, but I'm going to let all you wonderful people go and just remind everybody that you guys need to make sure you show up on August 22nd, Saturday. We're going to be at the Marriott. All of these beautiful, fabulous people are going to be there. Make sure that if you think you can beat Fernando, go out there and try and get the money. You're not, but John said that if you get close, he'll go ahead and get the talk to Fred. He's got so much insight, manufacturing background. John as well. I'm Lean Six Sigma. So as soon as you guys said that, I was like, yeah, I'm locking in with those two. I know them. And then Jadison, just a jewel, always bringing in such wonderful people together. So thank you guys all. And we will see you on Saturday. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Take care, everybody.
Have a great day.
See
Bye. Oh, I'm going to come back. They're going to go, but I'm going to come back. See you guys.
Yeah, live man on your phone.
Are you ready to change your life? Let us help you. At Youth Build Charter School, you can get a high school diploma and kickstart your dream career in no time. We offer high school diploma programs in construction, CNA, military, college, and entrepreneurship. If you are between the age of 16 and 24 and you want to manage your studies with a job, recover your credits, or graduate early, we can help you achieve your dream. Call us at 1-888-395-4408 or visit youthbuildinlandempire.org.
Sorry, you guys. I'm having a little issues with my. Okay, there we go. I think we're back. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you guys really enjoyed that. We have probably another 15 minutes, so I'll be wrapping it up soon. But first of all, I love being around smart, educated people. That's the reason why I joined the chamber, because I was like, there's got to be other people who are like-minded, who think like me, who are out there trying to make a difference in the world. Are we going to change the world? You know, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But we're going to try. And to me, I've always thought, why not try? You only have one life. You only get one life. So you might as well come here, go balls to the wall, and live it up to the best of your ability. Because you know what? Guess what? One thing that I hear about people at the end of their life, when you talk to an older person, is always regret. I wish that I had done this. I wish that I had done that. Nobody ever regrets what they did do. They regret what they didn't do. So I'm saying that to you because maybe you're sitting here thinking, I don't know if I want to go out there. Maybe, you know, kind of like Jadison, these people they're doing way better than I am. And that could be true. But guess what? When you get into those rooms of people who are doing better than you, it's going to unlock something in you that you cannot lock on your own. I remember the first time I got around people who really intimidated me, and it was the best thing that I could ever do. I have always learned from people that I was looking up to because they have a different mindset. They've been there. They've done that. They understand certain things that maybe you as a novice don't know. Like I remember the first time I got sued, and I remember talking to another entrepreneur friend of mine, and they shook my hand and said, congratulations, welcome to the club. That is what a seasoned entrepreneur will do for you, because they're going to help you put things into perspective so that you're not thinking that you're out here all alone. That's why joining these cohorts are so important. If you guys are not involved in some type of mastermind, some type of business coaching, something, and it might not be the first place that you go, it might not be the first person that you talk to, but listen, you're going to grow when you start getting yourself into rooms that make you uncomfortable, because it's your comfort that's keeping you where you are. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe it's your comfort that's keeping you where you are. Because think about it. When you get out of bed, like early in the morning, when it's like the perfect temperature, the covers are so warm, and you just feel like snuggled up, and then the alarm rings, and then you have a choice about your life. Are you going to get up? Or are you going to stay in bed? How many people just snooze, 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 snooze their life away? I was a snoozer, so I'm not judging you. I was a snoozer. I was one of those people who had 20, like not 20, that's exaggerating. I probably had like 5 alarms, and they would go off like every 5 to 10 minutes. And I read Mel Robbins' book about, what was that book she did? The one that she talked about, the 5-second rule, and how she talked about you just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just get up. I never did her thing, but the way she said it made me just think, just get up and do it. Just do it. It's ridiculous that you have to read a book and someone's got to tell you to stop putting a snooze. Don't snooze and just get out of bed. And guess what? I stopped snoozing and I got out of bed. But it wasn't the book, and it wasn't that. It was the decision. It's the decision that you make about how you want to live your life. I know I'm speaking to somebody right now. I hope that this is going to bless you, what I'm saying. Right now, you can make a decision to absolutely change your life. And you know you might need to make that decision. And why don't we make those decisions that we know are going to change our lives? It's because your life is going to change, right? You cannot get the results that you want with the life that you have. You're going to have to do something different, because the life that you want is different than the one that you have now. So listen, I'm saying that about comfort is that you cannot just stay comfortable. You can't just sleep in your bed all day, snuggled up in the warm covers, because eventually you're going to run into a hot day, and those covers are not going to be as snuggly. Eventually you're going to run out of money. Eventually somebody's going to kick you out of your house, right? Eventually life is going to go on, because here's the thing about life. It just keeps moving. So in fact, when you stand still and don't make a decision about your life, you actually are going backwards. Think about it. If you don't make a decision and you stand still, life moves on. Things keep going. Trees grow, plants grow, things happen. Everything is going on. But if you stay the same, you're now falling behind. So you need to make a decision about your life. And I don't know what that decision is for you, but you need to make it. And I'm here to support you in making that decision. That's what the chamber is here for. Maybe you're nervous about it because you think you have to do it on your own. You don't. You can join these groups. And like I said, it might not be the first group that you join, but I promise you, you will find your tribe if you look for it. A lot of people don't have, because they never go out and look for it. They're so comfortable with their life. They make excuses for themselves, and they just stay in the same situation. And then when someone confronts them about it, they have excuses. No more excuses. Make the decision for your life today. This isn't just about the conference, although I think you should go to the conference if that's the decision that you're making, but it's really more about you. Think about your life. Are you in the same place that you were a year ago? If you are actually behind, because life has moved forward and you are still in the same place. So if you're still in the same place as you were last year, you're actually further behind than you were last year in that same place because life has moved forward without you. And I don't want that for anybody. No, everybody deserves to live the life that they want to. Everybody deserves to have all of the things that they want, and you can have it, but not for your mentality. So many people don't have it because they talk themselves out of it. They say, I don't have enough money. Nobody's going to believe what I say. No one's going to think this. And they have a negative self-talk. And then guess what? Their life reflects the negativity. And then they say, guess what? I'm right. Well, yeah, because you thought about it and you did it, and now that's your life. You thought about it, then you did it, and that became your life. So I'm saying that you deserve more. You don't need to be just stuck in the place that you're stuck in, right? You deserve more, and I want more for you. So is the conference your more? I hope it's your more. I hope the conference is your more. But if it's not your more, listen, go find your more, because you deserve to have more in your life than what you have right now. I don't think anybody wants to be static. Everybody wants to keep growing and going to the next level. I can tell you this, every person that I have met who has passed away early has usually passed away because they stopped growing. Now, I'm not saying that correlation is causation, but I'm just saying it's something to really think about, right? Let's think about the things that I'm saying. People who get older say that they regret not doing. People who don't do die early because they have no purpose. These are really, kind of scary concepts if we don't take control of our life. And the first thing that you can do if you're struggling is to make a decision and then reinforce that decision every day. I know people will say like, oh, I made a decision and then my life changed. That's never happened to me. I wish it did. But usually it's more, I make a decision and then I got to remind myself that this is my decision. Every single day, I decided this. I decided this. Like John said, I live here now, right? It's the world of entrepreneurship. It's up and down. It's crazy. And I just live here now. That's fine. And we're just going to make a bed in this madness. And we're going to put some pictures over that. And we're just going to live here now. That's my life. Why? Because that's what I've decided. And once you make a decision, everything in your life becomes so much easier because you're not trying to decide. If you need to decide, the decision has been made. So now it's just the choice of doing it, right? I've decided that I'm no longer going to snooze. So when I wake up in the morning, what do I have to do? I got to remind myself of who I've decided to be, because I said I'm not going to be the person who snoozes anymore. So if I wake up and I snooze, then I'm now deciding to be the person that snoozes. See, we think about change as this like abstract thing that just comes and all of a sudden, I will feel the change in my bones and I will be ready to change. It doesn't really work like that. It's the habits that you do every single day or that you don't do every single day. I'm just saying. So listen, I don't know where that came from. I just got really excited by talking to all those smart people. And then something in my spirit just said somebody needed to be told that they needed to make a decision. So if that was you that needed to make a decision, I hope you make that decision. And I hope that it works out well for you. And I can tell you this, it will work out well. Now, if you think it won't work out well, it won't work out well. But I think it will work out well. So you should adopt my mentality so that it will work out well. Why? Because thoughts become things. What you think about becomes what you live about. And a lot of people don't like to believe that because they don't want to be responsible for their thoughts, because it's like, oh, these thoughts came, they just came. I don't know what to do with them. That's the work. That's the discipline. That's the willpower, is just to think your own thoughts, to reinforce your decisions, and to do every day what you committed to doing. Anyways, I hope that helps somebody. And if it didn't, leave it for somebody else who does. You're perfect and you didn't need to hear anything from me. All right, guys, this has been Nikisha Bond signing off for another Chamber podcast that we do every single week. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. You will find me here talking my crazy madness, bringing on people that are doing amazing things in this world, and overall just trying to inspire you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I hope that you do that today. All right, you guys, everybody have a wonderful day. Make sure that you join us on Saturday. I know I didn't get a chance to go through all of the announcements. I got taken sidetracked, but go to the Facebook page. We've got all of the flyers up there that'll tell you all of the events. You can go to the blackchamberofcommerce.org, click on events. That way you can sign up for get your tickets, because I want you to be in the room. There's going to be some VCs there. There are going to be some funders there. So if you're looking for money, you need to be there, because you need to shake hands with these people. And even if that person isn't the one, maybe you can meet them and who they know, and then who they know, and then who they know. That third-party validation. So anyways, you guys see how I get off on a tangent. I will see you guys next week. Everybody have a great day. Goodbye.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea, Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.